At the platform, right beside this CR train, this is the intelligent bullet train, special designed for the Asian Games. So, what are its features and differences compared to the previous CR trains? And today, we are very honored to have with us a guest. Mr. Shen, which is part of the designing team for this railway. And today we have a lot of people that are that are here to board this train. This is actually its maiden voyage for this intelligent bullet train. Yes. So can you tell us more about the features of the CR trains? So first of all, from the appearance, you can see that this is the head of the train symbolizes it looks like the beak of an eagle, and this actually can reduce resistance and then can in turn save more energy. So this embodies the concept of green and environmentally friendly. Yeah, you compare the design of the bullet train to the shape of an eagle, yes? Right. So you can see that the locomotive of the train is sharper compared to the previous designs. So that's one of its most prominent features in its appearance. And the color is purple. What's special about the color? Well, it's actually the main color of the Asian Games. You can also see drawings of the events of the Asian Games. We also compare a lot of proposals in terms of the color and theme of the train. The pattern symbolizes the tides in the areas that are hosts to the Asian Games. Also, we combine this beautiful pattern with the symbols of the events. So compared to the previous trains, bullet trains, it has brighter colors and more intricate patterns. Thank you for that introduction. I believe that it can become a beautiful scene when it is operating on the railways. It is really a feast to the eye. And can you tell us more about why it is called the intelligent bullet train? Maybe you can tell me more when we are on board, yes? Okay. And as you can see, the number here is G55318, and we will start our journey from Hangzhou West Station to go to Deqing Station. Now let's get on board. This is the business class, right? Yes. Let's take a look. Well, this looks really high-end. Well, compared to the previous trains, we have changed this design of the seats. You can see that each seat has its own isolated space. It's a very enclosed, a very private section for you. You can close the door, and you can practically change the angle of the seat to 180 degrees. You can practically shift the chairs into a bed if you like. Can I try it? Sure. I think it's a bit like the business class on planes. It's all intelligent. Now you can adjust the seats. So for business people, it's quite convenient and comfortable. If you get on board this train, all the destinations are very beautiful scenic cities such as Deqing and so on. Yeah. I'm 1.75 meters tall, but I think this chair, after shifting into a bed, can perfectly accommodate me. On top, you can also see some special designs. It is also a feast for the eye. Okay, now let's get up. There's also a screen here with some movies, also information about the train. And here you can see this special layout of different cabins, different carriages. Here's the temperature of inside and out. I believe that it must be very enjoyable if you get on board this train to travel. There are also some special designs here, handles and reading light and charging space. I think if you're a businessman, you can practically have online meetings here in your own space. This is the wireless charging pot. You can just put your cell phones on it to get it charged. I think this is really convenient. So how expensive is this seat? Well, this is also compared to the other business seat. It is basically the same, and the pricing mechanism would be the same. With the other CR trains. So it would not be more expensive than the other trains. It will be at the same level. So if you want to watch the Asian Games, we strongly recommend that you take this train to go to all of the venues and cities. So can you tell us more about the Asian Games elements on this train? Including, as you can see on the luggage racks, we can see some slogans of the Asian Games. So can you tell us more about the designs? Well, on the racks and shelves, you can see the Asian Games elements everywhere. We hope that the spectators and all of the participants, including athletes and the coaches and the other participants can all enjoy this joyous feel of the games. That's why we have all of these special designs and elements inside the carriage. We can see a lot of media friends are here, and they board the train and they write. They are writing reports on their seats. And what's special about this train that it has full coverage of 5G and wireless services. This is what's one of the special features of the train, because sometimes you have bad receptions on trains, but no worries at this train, because the wireless train, we provide access to wireless services and 5G services throughout the journey. Is it difficult to achieve that in design and manufacture? Well, we incorporate 5G technology throughout the manufacturing process, and this technology is incorporated in this whole process. For the other trains, at top they incorporate 4G technologies, but this train incorporates 5G technologies, which is a major improvement. I love the design of the interconnections between the carriages. So after the official operation of the train, how many passengers can one train take? 572, among which 12 are business class and 28 first class, and the rest are second class. So 8 carriages in total, and there are 4 trains with with this kind of powertrain. That means 4 of the trains are self-motivated, and the other 4 carriages are toll trains. In the most traditional trains, the locomotive, that means the one carriage at the head of the train, it's the only one with a motive. However, this kind of CR trains is specially designed with 4 carriages as a locomotive, actually. So it's like a 4-wheel drive, yes? Yes, it's like 4-wheel drive cars. Today we have a lot of experts from the designing department as well as the railway department. And here are some of the posters for the Asian Games. Again, more Asian Games element. I believe that when it's officially operated, there will be more designs added to it. Yes. I visited the workshop during the manufacture stage several times. I'm practically involved in every process through the bidding to its design and manufacture and now operation. So what are your feelings? Because it's practically, an important work that you contributed to. After undertaking this mission, I felt very privileged, but also highly responsible, so a bit of pressure on my shoulder. This is a historical moment for me personally and also for my team. We all want to contribute to this cost, this effort. And now hearing this broadcast, it is telling us that the train is about to start. So Mr. Shen mentioned that this special train is quite an innovation in China's history. Last time we see this special designed train for a sport event is the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games special train. It has to undergo multiple tests before operation to ensure the safe and stable operation. We can do some more tests after the train starts. This is the cafeteria on the train. You can see some mascots of the Asian Games here. I think the legroom here is wider than the normal trains. I think the legroom is quite comfortable here, even if it's only second class seat. And here are a lot of this is the charging station. So there are sockets. There are two sets of sockets on the seat, which will facilitate the charging of your electronic devices if you are on board. I loved some of the details and intelligent designs on the carriage. So besides 5G and Wi-Fi, the temperature and pressure inside the carriages is self-adjusted. Because in Zhejiang, we have a lot of hills and tunnels that the train has to go by. And when the train goes through the tunnels, sometimes you will feel this kind of pressure at your ears, right? But you don't need to worry if you get on board this train, because the pressure will be self-adjusted. If you put a glass of water here, you will hardly see any ripples. So the train is that stable. We can have a test later, right? After the train starts. Now the door has closed. Now the train is moving. Maybe you have just tuned in for our live streaming. This is CMG's live streaming of the maiden voyage of the intelligent bullet train for the Hangzhou Asian Games. We are heading towards Deqing Station, which is a 14-minute journey. Now let's go on to the next carriage. The accessibility facilities on this train is very well prepared. Our train has just started operating, and now we are back at the carriage. This is carriage number 4. This is an wheelchair accessible train. So what's special about this carriage? As you can see, the corridor here is wider. This is 900 centimeters wide, so a wheelchair can easily get passed by. And this is the you can consider this a parking station for the wheelchairs. And this is the emergency call button. And so it's a person with a disability sits here. If he or she runs into an emergency, and they can press the button to call the stewardess to help them. So we are experiencing some instability in terms of reception of signal because we are still at the trial stage. So we are still improving all of these services. And this is the inscription for the people with sight disabilities. And as you can see, there are mascots in the carriage. Maybe we can shake hands with them. Because this is the maiden voyage for this bullet train, so we can see some special activities. These lovely mascots are also here to join the party. Well, the seat numbers are translated into Braille. And this facilitates the reading of the people with sight disabilities. Well, this is quite a sight if you watch outside, watch from the inside to the outside. This is very beautiful scenery outside indeed. We have a lot of friends asking me about what kind of events should they watch during this Asian Games. I believe that besides enjoying this exciting game, so you can also take a visit of all of these beautiful scenic spots in Hangzhou and its surrounding areas. So it only takes 14 minutes to get from here to Deqing, but if you drive from Hangzhou to Deqing, which is the venue for the three-person basketball. It will take take much longer. So we provide this one-stop service, one-stop journey from Hangzhou to all the other venues in other locations in the other cities. So there are no intervals in this journey. Now you can see this speed here. It shows 310, around 310 kilometers per hour. Now let's take a look at how stable the train is. We take a glass of water and put it here, and if you take a look, you can see some ripples, but generally it's very stable because Zhejiang is a very hillless region. So there are multiple tests that have been run to improve the stability of the train. You can see some slight ripples. Okay, now we have to make ways for the mascot first. You can freely pass through the carriages throughout the journey. And you will have no problem drinking water if you're on board. You can enjoy a cup of tea while enjoying the beautiful scenery outside. We will soon be arriving at Deqing Station. So can you tell us more about your plans for the intelligent bullet train, prior to and during the Asian Games? So from the mid, will cover the regions of the mid and north part of Zhejiang. So the main host city is Hangzhou, and the other cities including Ningbo, Zhejiang, Jinhua, and Shaoxing. And these are the other 5 hosting cities. Altogether, we have 6 host cities for the Asian Games, and we have provide direct access and train services to all of the other cities. Now the train has slowed down, and because we are about to arrive at Deqing Station. The whole process is very stable. We did experience some signal breakdowns in between, but in general, I think the reception is very good. But remember, this is still at trial stage, so it's normal if we run into some signal breakdowns, and we believe that all services will become better and more optimized when it is officially operated. If you take a look at the restrooms, the toilet, you can see that they have accessibility designs. And these are wheelchair-friendly restrooms. Now we have arrived at Deqing Station. I believe that during the games there will be a lot of people that will come to watch the games by the trains. but you don't want to miss out on the beautiful scenery outside. This is Deqing Station of Huzhou City. Let's take a look. I believe that this is a very smooth journey, and we hope that the train can be put into operation as soon as you can. And you are also advised and welcome to come here and enjoy the ride while enjoying the Asian Games as well. Thank you all for joining us in today's live stream. We will see you next time.